are some of the guys you like at a corner if that's the way that Seattle wants to go in the top 10?
If they are going to go with the top 10 for a cornerback, I think it's got to be Ohio State's Malcolm Jenkins. I mean, he's solid, he's reliable, he's a good player. He's a very good player. He's a good guy off the field. He's everything you're looking for. He can play the run. He can certainly play the pass. He has the speed. The one concern that you might have for him a little bit is the fact that he's been such a shutdown corner at Ohio State for the last several years now that when he comes to the NFL, if you're playing against a player of the caliber of Marcus Trufant, you're going to get picked on a little bit. Mm-hmm. So you worry about his mental state a little bit. If he's going to come in there, he's going to be targeted early. He's not used to being targeted. How is he going to react a little bit? So there is a little bit of concern that way. But I think he's a top 10 pick. I think he'd make a great deal of sense for the Seahawks. You're going to hear some talk about players like Vontae Davis from Illinois, who's a spectacular athlete, a lot like his older brother, Vernon Davis, now the tight end for San Francisco 49ers. Spectacular athlete, not quite as good a football player as I think Malcolm Jenkins is. Maybe a better one someday, but right now for a pick for Seattle, the fact that they've been winning the NFC West, I don't believe they can gamble on a pure athlete. They need a player that not only has the athleticism, but is be able to come in and play right off the bat.
So you see them taking a cornerback later on in the draft more than likely to kind of help maybe find another guy that can fill in along with and compete with Wilson and Jennings.
I do. I would be very surprised if they don't take a cornerback at some point in the draft because it's a reasonably solid class. It's one of those positions where generally speaking, when the underclassmen list comes out, there's a fair number of cornerbacks usually that come out. It's one of the positions that every year gets significantly improved when the underclassmen come out. So I do think that's going to happen. At the same time, if they're picking in the top 10, I think that your best bet is Malcolm Jenkins, unless you're going to trade back down. Then maybe a smaller player, but a big-time playmaker, Alfonso Smith from Wake Forest makes some sense, as does Mike Mickens from Cincinnati.